Welcome to this video. We're going to talk about AI agents and how you can use them to automate your business processes. We're going to use a real process, an export process, where I have invoices with revenue because I'm selling to the outside. And I have costs like port, dispatch, and terminal that I need to distribute to the same profitability segment because I want the costs to match my revenue. And here I'm going to have to handle supplier quotes and distribute the costs to those items. Usually we would do this in SAP, but I'm going to use Claude to do this. So we're going to start by looking at a quote. So this is a quote with my items, so for my costs, and I have references to my sales orders because of course I need some reference. I'm going to have to pull my quote into Claude, and now I ask him to extract information into a format I know is useful for purchase order creation. So I'm going to get my format, I paste, and now Claude easily interprets the document and extracts. I can see the items. These items are not very relevant to me, so I'm going to just ask him to sum up everything in a single item called dispatch, because these two items say nothing in terms of my process. So I'm going to say for this particular one, because this is just for this particular vendor, please aggregate. He's going to do it, so very easy for him. Just one line with a total value, and I'm going to ask him to look up references because I want to distribute the cost, so please look up references to sales order documents. And he does, he finds two, and now I ask him to distribute. And this is the interesting part because I'm going to ask him to get the information from SAP and then distribute the costs based on volume. And this is something that we usually do inside SAP, right? We would build an ABAP program or a BTP program that handles this and distributes the cost. But now we just have the user giving the rule directly to Claude and he's going to apply it. And this is all based on standard OData APIs. Okay, so you got the information. This is based on the integration I developed previously outside of the scope of this video. So there you see the item with more volume is getting more value. And now I'm going to ask him to create a purchase order. Because I have this connection to SAP that was previously developed in an MCP server. Okay, so he's going to do it. He's going to translate the name of the supplier to a business partner ID, and he had the problem resolving the material. So let's see what happened. Let's check what is the correct material. Okay, it's not that one. Okay, so let's ask Claude what he did. Okay, he's telling us he didn't resolve anything, so I'm going to just tell him, no, don't use that one, use the one from the JSON file. Yeah. And we want that as a rule. You will learn and repeat next time. Okay, now he's able to resolve, and now he's going to create the purchase order. Okay, and here it is. So the purchase order was created. I have the number. And now the important part, I'm going to save this as a skill because I want to repeat this for next time. I want next time to be much easier because I just told him how to work for this supplier, and I can say save this to a rule. Okay, so, and I'm telling him, okay, the distribution applied to everything, the aggregation of the items just for this vendor, because other vendors can have completely different invoice layouts, so we don't know, right? So we want to apply just for this one. Okay, he's going to write the skill. Skills are not specific to Claude, but Claude was the one that first implemented this. So it's easier to just save, and this is why I'm using Claude. Okay, here's our skill. We can see all the rules that we discussed, all saved in a skill. And this can evolve, right? I can do it for other vendors and add and update the skill over time. And now I'm going to show you the second time using the skill and how easier it's going to be. Okay, I'm going to same document, same command, and now let's see the difference when I have skills. Okay, it's reading the skill, see, it's loading the tools, and now it's doing everything automatic. So aggregation was automatic, finding the references was automatic, getting the distribution was automatic, and now it's going to create the purchase order without any problems. So this is the power of skills. You teach, and then it does it again and again and again, and you can keep teaching it with more and more information. So I'm going to just check the purchase order, and here it is, purchase order with the cost in SAP. So this, and now I'm just going to update the skill because he said that it would apply to all dispatchers, and I just want for this vendor, and the skill will just be updated. So this is I think it's very valuable. It shows how you can change the way we do business processes. And if you want to know more, please like, subscribe. And if you want to know how I built the MCP server, also I can show you in another video.